Good afternoon and welcome to the Michigan Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission press briefing regarding our public meetings taking place in Detroit next week. My name is Edward Woods III, and I serve as the Executive Director of the Michigan Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission. And I am joined by Cynthia Orton, the chairperson of the MICRC, and we'll turn things right over to her. Cynthia?
Hi, well, thank you for joining us today. The Michigan Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission is seeking to get the word out that we will be meeting next week in person for public meetings in Detroit. And we are hoping to hear from all Michigan residents, but especially those impacted by the reconfiguration of the Michigan House districts numbers 1, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, and 14. The commission will meet in person on Monday, January 22nd at Huntington Place, which was formerly known as Cobo Hall, and on Tuesday at that same location. And the times will be 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. We will have lunch between 12 and 1 approximately. And we hope that the public will come and let us know their thoughts about communities of interest and those districts. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we will be at the Cadillac Place from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. with a lunch break around 12 to 1. And those addresses, if they're needed, Huntington Place is located at 1 Washington Boulevard. Cadillac Place is located at 3044 West Grand Boulevard in Detroit. And this new redistricting process places a premium on public input. And so we are really hoping to have a lot of public input in this round of our redistricting.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Orton. Greatly appreciate it. Once again, we want the public, everyone from the Metro Detroit area to come out and have their say with regards to the reconfiguration of those 7 districts outlined by Commissioner Orton. Once again, we want the entire public to come out, but especially those that may be impacted by those 7 House of Representative districts. If you're there's several ways that you can provide public comment. Several ways. First, we can provide live. You can provide live comment. You can come on virtually, or you can provide written public comment at our public comment form. And if you go to our website, www.michigan.gov/MICRC, and if you go to meeting notice and materials, pick the day that you want to sign up. Pick the Monday or Tuesday. You'll see the meeting notice for Monday, and click on the form, and then you can sign up right now. Once again, go to the meeting notice for January 22nd, and click the form, and you can sign up on the public comment form. You can sign up to provide in-person public comment. And the in-person public comment, we will take people as long as we're at that public comment portion on the agenda. Once again, the commission will take people as long as we're on the public comment agenda if you come in person. If you want to do it virtually or remote, you must sign up 1 hour before the meeting. So on Monday, we start at 10 o'clock. You have to sign up by 9 o'clock. On Monday, we start at 6 o'clock. You have to sign up by 5 o'clock. Once again, for in-person or virtual comments, you will have at least 90 seconds. I repeat, 90 seconds to speak. The public can access the public and mapping portals at our website, www.michigan.gov/MICRC, and you can put a pinpoint on a particular map, or you can submit your own map through the public comment portal. So I want to encourage you to do that. And for those of you who may not have access to technology, we will receive a letter to the MICRC, P.O. Box 30318, Lansing, Michigan 48909. Once again, we want the public to come out and raise their voice so the commission knows how you feel about the maps being reconfigured in those 7 Michigan House of Representatives, districts number 1, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, and 14. Once again, all of these meetings are going to be in person in Detroit. That's right, we'll be there in person so we can hear directly from those impacted by the reconfiguration of these house maps. At this time, we want to open up the floor to questions from members of the press that are here.
Hi there. I don't know if I'm the only member, but what is your response to members of the public who may have lost confidence in this commission? I mean, voters were frustrated with the system before they voted in this process, and now through the judicial system and through the courts, we're seeing kind of the outcome of what was decided here from this commission. What do you want to say to the public who may have lost faith in what this commission is able to do?
Mr. Ortner, or would you like me to take it?
Go ahead.
Thank you. First and foremost, this is the first time ever that we have done this new redistricting process. We've had the APO standards for years. And so the first go around, as you already know, the federal court didn't like our maps, and that's why we're reconfiguring them. But, we also have a stay in the Supreme Court as well. I mean, if you take a look at our maps, we went from the worst gerrymandered maps in the country to one of the best gerrymandered maps in the country. So although we may have a disagreement with the court, the system worked. We had public input. And the thing about public input, we got to hear from as many people as possible to make sure that we have the rights, how can I say, representative sample of the public, especially as it relates to communities of interest. So this is a great effort in democracy. Before, citizens couldn't even comment on the maps. They didn't even know if a meeting was taking place because everything was done behind closed doors. But this time it was done openly, transparently, in front of the public eye. Matter of fact, you can go back and look at all of our meetings from our YouTube channel. So once again, this is an exercise in democracy. We want to do the best we can, but we can't do it unless the public show up. We had nearly 30,000 public comments, 30,000 public comments in our first go around. And now we want to hear from the public again so that we can get it right in terms of this reconfiguration that the court has ordered us to do. So I would hope that they don't lose faith, but instead say, hey, guess what? Democracy rings again. I have a chance to raise my voice, and I want to be heard to ensure that my community of interest is protected and that my vote counts. So once again, my vote is not just for today, but also for the future as it relates to children and grandchildren.
What are you taking away from the public comment section? Like, will it impact kind of what, how those districts had been restructured? Like, is there going to be anything tangible coming out of what the public has to say and what you guys do next?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we have to hear the public comment. We can't just make assumptions, but absolutely. We want to know, do we get the neighborhoods right? We want to know, did we get the right configurations right? We won't know that unless we hear directly from the public. So we're looking for affirmation if it's appropriate. And if it's not appropriate, we're looking for better ways of doing things so that we can get it right.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're looking, potentially for affirmations. I think that when we saw Sherry Gay Degnogo and we saw the lawsuit and we saw what kind of came out of that, what the judge wrote, it's clear that there were some serious issues here. You're coming into the blackest city in the country, and there's allegations that these new redistricted districts are, accusations that they're blatantly racist. So what do you want to say to Detroiters who may feel like, just as you said, you want your voice heard? Some Detroiters are going to feel like they have been taken out of this democratic process. What do you want to say to them?
Well, I mean, there's an opportunity here. I guess, I'm not sure whether you're quoting a representative sample or if you're just talking about how some people feel. We have yet to hear from a representative sample from Detroit at all. All we have heard from is a few residents here, a few residents there. And that's why we're trying to invite as many people as possible so that we have a clear direction from those impacted, from anyone impacted by the redistricting process, so that we can move forward. So yes, there may be some disgruntled people. We understand that. We respect that, but that's not our intent. Our intent is to identify what does the majority of Detroit want in these prospective districts so that the commission can act accordingly.
Okay, thank you. And just moving forward, so after you have this public comment, the week long at Huntington Place or oh, sorry, I'm reading or Cadillac Place, what happens next? What is the next stage?
Well, the commission will assess the public comment received and make adjustments or not make adjustments to the maps based upon what's shared.
And then it goes back to the courts?
Well, no, then the commission will have to identify what maps to move forward to the public. And then after they do that, on February 2nd, that's when it's due to the court, we will have a public hearing. So the public can tell us which map is the best. And then the commission will vote between the maps that they move forward to identify which is the best map to move to the court. So
I would imagine time is of the essence. You guys this is getting close. That deadline's getting close.
Absolutely. So any help you can provide us, Priya, so we can hear directly from the public, so that with regards to the maps would be greatly appreciated. We don't want the silent majority to win, but also at the same time, we want to make sure that voices are heard. And it's very important if you guys can help and partner with us to get the public to come out and raise their voice.
And I just want to confirm, when people are signing up, that was michigan.gov/MICRC.
Correct.
And then they have to sign up an hour before the meeting?
If they're doing it remotely. If they're at the meeting, as long as there's public comment going on, they can sign up to participate.
Okay, so you have to sign up an hour beforehand if you're going to join remotely. Otherwise, they can fill out that form and do the public comment in person there.
If the public comment is going on, they can sign up as long as the public comment is going on.
And 90 seconds to speak.
That is correct.
And who's going to be there? Like how many commissioners or how many members of the
commission at this point? We have 11 commissioners confirmed to be there in person.
How many in total are there?
13.
So 11 out of 13 will be there?
That is the plan, no less than 10. One is not sure yet.
No less than 10. Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time.
All right. Danielle?
Yes, hi, Danny with MICRC. I'm just curious as to how much you can tell me in terms of, things like how many maps will be presented to Detroit, how many completed maps are there at the moment, and what you're expecting for, what we'll see finally put up for a vote.
Well, we don't know how many maps yet because we're still in process. We are making progress. We made a lot of progress this last week working together to create some collaborative maps. And so if people come to the meetings or watch the meetings this week, they will be able to see how many maps are being created, how they're going together, the collaborative process, and what we come up with.
Sure. Can you provide any sort of update as to what you're working with right now and, how many completed maps are there at the moment?
There's
I don't know
about
if
3 maps, I believe.
yeah.
They're constantly changing, Danny, because they're picking and moving around. Next week, in addition to hearing from the public, we will also hear from individual commissioners who are providing maps as well. And so the commission will evaluate the maps that it has the following week, the week of the 29th, as relates to VRA, as relates to partisan fairness. They'll start doing the partisan fairness measures starting next week. But, as the court directed the commission, they cannot focus on race. That has to be the last thing. And so they will do a VRA analysis of the maps and then decide how many maps they want to move forward, and then vote on which of the maps to move forward. So a lot of that will take place the week of the 29th of January.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We want to encourage each and every one of you to come out. I repeat, come out and make your voice heard. Raise your voice to the Michigan Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission as they come to the city of Detroit, for in-person meetings starting Monday, January 2nd at the Huntington Place, formerly
January
Fogle Hall.
22nd.
Was 22nd. What did I say?
Second.
Oh, 22nd. I thought it 22nd, Monday the 22nd, at 10 o'clock a.m. And we'll go from 10 to 3, and then again from 6 to 8:30. We will repeat it the same time on Monday the 23rd, Tuesday the 23rd of January, Tuesday the 23rd of January from 10 o'clock again till 3, and then from 6 to 8:30. Don't forget on both Monday and Tuesday, we have lunch from 12 to 1. Lunch from 12 to 1. And then we move everything to the Cadillac Place starting Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We'll end at 5:30. Once again, lunch 12 to 1. And then on Thursday and Friday, we will go from 9 to 5:30 at the Cadillac Place. From 9 to 5:30. Once again, lunch from 12 to 1. Danny, I see your hand up. All right, it must not,
Sorry about that. Forgot to put it down.
not a problem. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate each and every one of you. And go blue as a result of the #1 football team in the country is the Michigan Wolverines. So go blue. And for those of you that want to go green, go white, go green, go white. But guess what? No matter where you come from, we want everyone to participate with the Michigan Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission and ensuring that their voice is heard next week in Detroit. Thank you so much and have a good evening.
Thank you.
We appreciate your help getting the word out.
Absolutely. And go Lions.
Yes,
Go Lions.
from a Cowboys fan, I'm actually saying go Lions.